kind of actually leads me on to this question, which you've answered in somewhat, which was for someone starting out in property and investing, what would be your best tips with regards to actually finding property deals, negotiating with vendors, and maybe if this was regards to sourcing, dealing with investors? Because I know you have a sandwich. They call you Sandwich Man. Isn't that your nickname as well?
Call me Sandwich Man, yeah. I sit in the middle of 2 pieces of bread. It's funny because those 3 titles, sourcing property deals, I'd call that title leads. Negotiating with vendors is deals. And then dealing with investors is trades, so leads, deals, and trades. And I wrote a book about it last summer, called Dominate Your Ground, and the Dominate Your Ground goes through. It's not a storybook; it's just what I do on the ground and how I do it. And there's around 12 different methods, from free to expensive, of sourcing property leads and marketing on the area once you know it. And then there's a whole chapter, a whole section on. Or about a third of the book on negotiating with vendors, how to prepare, how to do the curbside drills before you go in, how to do the call, what to do after the call, and how to follow up and stuff, and how to secure the deal. And then there's another third on dealing with investors and trading out the deal. So you can put. I'm from Yorkshire originally, so it's about cash in till. So it's about putting cash in till the last third of the book, and that's what we're all here for, obviously. So.
So if I could leverage your arm, twist your arm for just one tip for each one of those. So your best tip or a good tip for sourcing a deal would be.
Yeah, sourcing a deal would be, or getting leads to start with would be, start small, start in a smaller area, and smaller area than half that. So it's a really, really small area. And when you're marketing out there, is start stuff that doesn't cost a lot first, because what's going to happen is if you run out of money before you get to a deal, it'll start to get painful financially. So what we do is we start as small as we can, test everything that we're doing, and then get bigger as we get deals in. So the idea is that if you can get to a deal within 28 days, I've got a kind of 4-week plan that I use for students. So a 4-week plan, get to a deal, get some cash on the table, or get the deal on the table ready and close, ready to put cash on the table. It becomes less financially painful, and your business is therefore, if you've got the deal in the bank, the business is therefore paying for the past marketing and the future marketing, so you can go faster later on. So that's a great, I think, a great tip for sourcing leads.
No, that is good, yeah.
Negotiating with vendors, I stick with a model that I use, which is called MAPS, and this is the format of the meeting. So MAPS stands for meet and greet, which most people can do. Hi, my name is Mark from ABC Property. Then A stands for answers, which means you've got to ask loads of questions. B stands for presentation, which is presenting the deal that you're going to eventually close on. And then S stands for signature. So as long as the deal's done in that order, so meet and greet, answers, presentation, signature, that's the format. We can get more complicated than that later on and practice stuff, but that's it. Just follow the format. If you get to A, so meet and greet and ask a load of questions to get answers, and then get stuck, by all means, if you're in the middle of a deal, just give me a call and I'll try and get you a deal. Seems fair enough.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then dealing with investors, a good tip is to take a little bit of pain money from them when you're selling the deal, because if you don't take any pain money, they will. Not everyone, but the one you don't take some pay money from, either a reservation fee or some form of deposit, they will mess you about from the start of the deal to the completion, and then try and haggle with you afterwards as well. So always take some pay money.
That's a great tip. In fact, all 3 of those were great tips, and thank you very much for your generosity in that. That's really good.